Welcome back to GK Technology and Egg Data Viewer. Now that you have downloaded and installed Egg Data Viewer, you'll have a Egg Data Viewer icon on your desktop. When the software starts up, you're going to have Map Window and Settings buttons showing up. Initially, we're going to jump into the Settings button here and see a little bit about the software. You're going to notice that we have directories that you can point the software out to. This is going to be essentially data sets. Egg Data Viewer is a open form data set. We do not encrypt our data, so it is just a matter of data sitting in folders. All of our data is going to be sitting in the C drive GK data. Our county data is going to be coming from C drive GK data and from the county data folder, and the imagery is going to be coming from the C drive GK data and the imagery folder. Your operator name here, it is limited to a certain amount of characters, so try to keep your characters under 12 characters long here. If this name is too long, it can cause problems in the software. Under your user interface tab here, your default color table. This will vary depending on what you're working on. If you're primarily working on satellite imagery, which we will do first, I'm going to change my default color table to red, yellow, green. Our default color table for zones, this will be for the automated zone extraction tools. We'll leave that at red, yellow, green. Our default units for new layers, let's just change that down to bushels per acre. Our PFR log file, this isn't relevant to what we're working on right now, but typically we would have this set to points for in-field logging of data. Your default point style, circle, squares, triangles, crosshairs. This is how a point, a shape file point, a data point is going to show up on the screen. I like circles, so we're going to utilize circles. Your default point scale mode, pixel scale versus world scale. Pixel scaling means that no matter how far you zoom in, how far you zoom out at this point in time, it is set to 2 pixels wide. At that point will always be 2 pixels if you're a million miles away or if you're sitting right on top of that point. At world scale, as you zoom in on a point with world scaling, it will be, right now we are set to default world point size of 28, which is 28 feet wide. So as you zoom in on it, it'll take up the whole screen. As you zoom out on it, it will actually disappear. In most cases, I like to be at pixel scaling, and I like to utilize numbers somewhere between 2 and 5. For right now, I'm going to leave it at 2. Your boundary effect filter distance right now is set to 30, and that is in meters. It's for filtering out bad data or edge effect data in satellite images. The print map multiplier, bitmap multiplier, for all intentional purposes, you will leave this at 1. It will return data at a 1-to-1 pixel ratio on the screen. As you move that number up, it will actually break down your pixels, and the files that you build will get extremely large. So typically, you will stay at 1 until you run into that scenario where you find that you need to have a higher resolution. Default image resolution is pretty much always left at 3 meters. This is what we are cutting your satellite imagery out at when we do imagery extractions and build maps. So that's a couple of the basic settings, and we'll come back for more settings in just a bit.